Buying a property is exciting, but once you've found the right home or investment property, there's another important decision to make. How do you want to repay your loan? When it comes to home loans, most lenders offer two main repayment types: principal and interest only. Understanding the difference can save you thousands of dollars and help you choose the loan structure that best suits your goals. Let's look at how each one works. Principal and interest, often called P&I, is the most common type of home loan repayment. Each repayment consists of two parts: the principal, the amount you've borrowed, and the interest, the cost charged by the lender. With a P&I loan, your regular repayment amount is generally fixed, assuming the interest rate doesn't change. What changes behind the scenes is how that repayment is allocated. In the early years, a larger portion of each repayment goes toward interest. A smaller portion goes toward reducing the principal. Over time, this gradually shifts. As your loan balance falls, less interest is charged, and more of each repayment goes toward paying down the debt. This process is called amortization. Amortization is the gradual repayment of a loan through regular scheduled repayments over the loan term. Although your repayment amount may stay largely the same, the composition of that repayment changes month after month. The result is that your loan balance steadily decreases, helping you build equity in your property. By the end of the loan term, assuming all repayments are made as scheduled, the loan is fully repaid. For owner-occupiers, principal and interest is usually the standard repayment structure. An interest-only loan works differently. For a set period, usually between 1 and 5 years, you only pay the interest charged on the loan. You're not required to reduce the principal during this period. That means the loan balance remains unchanged. For example, if you borrow $800,000, you will still owe $800,000 at the end of the interest-only period. Because you're only paying interest, your repayments are lower than an equivalent principal and interest loan. This can improve short-term cash flow. That's one reason interest-only loans are commonly used by property investors. Some investors prefer to direct their available cash toward owner-occupier home loans or maintaining liquidity rather than reducing loan principal. However, there is an important consequence. During the interest-only period, amortization is effectively paused. The loan balance isn't reducing, and no progress is being made toward paying off the debt. Once the interest-only period ends, the loan usually converts to principal and interest repayments automatically. At that point, the remaining loan balance must be repaid over a shorter remaining term. For example, if a 30-year loan has a 5-year interest-only period, the full principal may need to be repaid over the remaining 25 years. This means repayments can increase significantly when the interest-only period expires. While interest-only loans can provide flexibility and cash flow benefits, borrowers should understand that delaying amortization often results in paying more interest over the life of the loan. Let's look at a simplified example. Imagine a loan of $800,000 with the same interest rate. With a principal and interest loan, you start reducing the debt immediately. Your repayments are higher, but your loan balance steadily falls over time. With an interest-only loan, your initial repayments are lower. However, the debt doesn't reduce. 5 years later, you still owe the full $800,000. The trade-off is simple: lower repayments today, but potentially higher costs and higher repayments later. Principal and interest loans are often preferred by owner-occupiers. They help build equity faster and reduce debt over time. Interest-only loans are commonly used by property investors. Some investors prefer the lower repayments because it can improve cash flow and provide greater flexibility for managing investments. However, interest-only loans are not suitable for everyone. Because the debt isn't reducing, you'll generally pay more interest over the life of the loan if the interest-only period is extended. So, which option is better? Principal and interest helps you pay off your loan from day one, build equity faster, and generally pay less interest over the long run. The downside is that your repayments are higher. Interest only, on the other hand, offers lower repayments up front and greater cash flow flexibility, which can be attractive for some investors. But because the loan balance isn't reducing, you'll usually pay more interest overall, and your repayments can rise sharply when the interest-only period comes to an end. That's why the right choice depends on your goals, your cash flow, and whether you're buying a home to live in or an investment property. Neither repayment type is automatically better. The right choice depends on your goals, financial situation, and the purpose of the property. If you're buying a family home, principal and interest is often the preferred option. If you're investing, an interest-only loan may be worth considering in certain situations. At Finance Only, we help clients understand their options and choose a loan structure that aligns with their long-term plans. If you'd like personalized advice, visit financeonly.com.au and speak with one of our mortgage specialists. Because the right loan isn't just about getting approved, it's about choosing a loan that works for your future.